Humbity diddle dee hidely dido, humbity dee lum diddle dee dido, humbity diddle dee hidely dido, humbity dee lum die. Where are we the day, boys and girls?
Greenfield Park.
Greenfield Park, and we've just been up and made a video about Greenfield House, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we were talking about the patent. Is it
Patents.
Patents? I keep getting this wrong. So we're talking
Patents.
mills.
Patents mill.
So we're talking about the big house that the Peyton family that owned the mills in. And as we've come down the park, we've bumped into this lovely gentleman here, Jim. And guess what Jim used to do?
The newspapers.
He delivered newspapers to
David Thompson.
to Mrs. David Thompson. Now, what year would you have started doing that, Jim?
Thirty-two 43.
1943. So during the Second World War, you started delivering papers to the house
Yes.
up there in the background.
With Jai Berry.
With who?
Jai Berry.
Beret. Is that the newsagents back then?
Across the road for the which was used to be the bar.
Now, you just told us a wee wonderful story. Whereabout was it on that building you used to deliver the papers? Was it the main door?
No, the side door there.
The wee side door just up there?
And there's a notice up there above the kitchen door.
Uh-huh.
And it says, "Oh, Storus."
Oh, we filmed that. What does that mean?
Right. I said to him now, what does Storus mean? So
Because it didn't ring a bell in Scots to me.
Well, wait a minute then. I went into my book, the Burns book, and I was looking for Storus. Nothing in that. So I used to watch people's cart when they went away their holidays.
Uh-huh.
And the folk come down and they said, "You're Jim, eh?" Val worked up in the kitchen and I asked her what Storus was. So, librarian, a member of your bowling club.
Right.
So I said to him, "Could you find it?" "Aye, no bother." So he looked up, says an ancient Scots word. And he says, "What's the nearest you can think of Storus?"
Nearest to Tholus, Burns, what do you think? Is that a Scots word that can mean maybe close to Tholus? Any ideas?
No.
I'm stumped as well.
Tho.
Tho.
Tho means put up.
Put up. All right.
And say, "Who puts up wins."
Also,
And it was an old word. They say instead of Thol-S, they made it Thol-S.
right.
Ease, Thols.
Right.
And that's where that comes from.
So what would the whole saying mean?
The old saying was, "Who pits up with it wins."
Wha pits up where it
Well,
wins.
it was
So who
Tho.
can survive? Who can
Right,
survive
right.
it is the winner.
Tho.
Well, there you go.
Put up with.
I thought I was going to have to go home and look up all my books to try and find out what that meant.
Just to see.
I will do. Now
You
you,
just see what Tho was, and they're saying you maybe see in hyphen, it'll maybe say Thullis.
now you tell me a lovely wee story about Christmas one year when you delivered the papers. There was a wee note for you on the door.
Newspaper boy, please ring the bell.
So there was a note on the door saying, newspaper
note
boy.
on the boy, newspaper boy, please ring the bell.
And so normally you would just put it through the
Put it through the
letterbox.
letterbox.
Aye.
So the butler come down, he thank you very much for delivering the paper, and there's a wee present for you,
And what did he give you?
a half-crown.
And so
An
what?
envelope
So
and
what was a half crown be? How much
2
was
and
that?
6.
2 and 6. What was 2 and 6? Is that 2 shillings
2
and
and
6
6,
pence?
aye.
So that would have been 10 pence and a few pennies.
Right, aye.
So we're talking, what year would that have been? About 1950s or something?
No, 19. Well, I was. You only start delivering papers when you're 11. So
Right.
I was 32, 40, 1943.
No, so the year you started then,
1943.
1943. Wow. That's amazing, eh? And what did your mammy say when you came home?
She
with
wasn't
all...
pleased when I got half.
Was she not? Why was she not pleased?
She said, nobody gives you money like that. You usually got a penny for delivering the paper.
Aye.
Or,
Because that would have been a lot of money, but what could you have bought with your 2 and 6?
I
What could you have bought a house with that kind of money?
well, no, I just.
No, a house, no far off it though, eh?
That'd be a good deposit.
Aye. So what do you think you would have spent that money on back
I
then?
don't know, I've just gave it to my mother.
Oh, you gave it to your mother.
Aye.
So you got your fortune, you won your fortune, and you gave it away to your mother right away.
Well,
What a laddie, eh?
she was needing it more than me.
I hope when you two find your fortune, you come and give it to me.
I give you a quarter of it.
Oh, you give me a quarter of it, so you'll give me half a shilling.
No,
You've been honest, eh?
He's been honest. Aye, nothing like honesty, is there, Jim?
Yeah.
I'll give you a million of it.
Now, is there any other stories you can mind about this area here? Because we've taken a wee walk around the grounds, and obviously this whole bit was the garden for the house, wasn't
That
it?
was the garden.
So what was
That
in the gardens?
That was the council gardens.
Right, so let's have a wee look down there. So where those houses are over there was the council gardens.
The council gardens.
Right. And was there anything near here? You were telling me there was something just behind us here with animals.
Right along there was cages with rabbits and fowls. And
Chloe, are you hearing
and-
this?
right
Hello
by-
there. So there used to be peacocks.
Peacocks wandered here.
And just about, so the peacocks ran about free and the rest of the animals
Free.
were in the cages.
Red squirrels were here.
Oh, we love the red squirrels, eh? We try to save them as much as we can, don't we?
Now we only see grey ones.
Well, up in the crook, there's lots of red squirrel
There's
zones.
still red squirrels there. Eh?
Aye, there's still folk trying. I think they're coming right back because we've actually seen them running across the road a few times.
Yeah.
They said to me, we asked if it was possible to bring red squirrels back here. Too many grey squirrels.
They've overtaken.
They would
Kill
attack
them. Aye.
What?
So what else do you remember about this place? So you remember everything that we talked about in our video. We talked about when Lord and Lady Patton was here, and then we talked about it changing
I
hands.
can't mind it ever been cried, Lord and Lady Patton.
Oh, no, Lord and Lady, sorry. No, there weren't any Lords and Ladies.
Mr. and Mrs.
Mr. and Mrs.
David
Patton.
Thompson, neighbour Thompson Payton's.
Thompson Paytons, right.
That was the
Well, see, what the reason I'm saying Lord is because usually when we go and look at these kind of buildings, it's usually a Lord or a lady that's lived there, whereas this one was made for the money for the mills.
right.
Wasn't
That's
it?
Right. Payton's and Baldwin.
So you'll remember it changing hands, coming in at the council, getting extra buildings. You'll have literally seen this building going through its different stages over the
right.
years.
Uh,
Now, you were telling us a wee bit about some of your work that you used to do in Alloa, eh? Do you want to tell us a wee bit about that? What did you do when you left the school?
right away, went into the Harlands engineering as a draftsman.
A draftsman. And what is a draftsman to all the boys and
In
girls
the
here?
drawing office.
So do you know what a draftsman
Draw
is?
plans up.
No.
What might a draftsman be? Do you think that was a labouring job where you had to lift things, or a job where you sat at a desk maybe?
So
Well, I think it's a job where you're trained to be the best in the world at drafts.
Oh, nearly. You're getting close.
plans.
Plans, for drawing out plans. That's what a draftsman was. So for all these buildings, everyone we go and visit, somebody would have had to draw it out on a bit of paper first.
Right, that's
And
right.
that's what Jim did.
Aye, for half a day.
What is the question, William?
Well, now don't they just 3D print it?
Well, yeah, but you still need someone to type it all in, don't you? So that's what a modern draftsman would use, a computer. Now, Jim, you were just saying there you didn't last very long.
Half a day.
12 hours or 6 hours?
4 years.
4 hours.
Half a day.
So you were a draftsman for 4 hours, and what happened?
And then I didn't like the confined space.
Did you know? So you prefer being outside?
And I said, no, outdoor for me. So I went in the same place at Harlands as an apprentice engineer. And I
Oh,
left
so they shifted you in the same company?
same day.
So what did your boss say? Did somebody notice that you weren't liking it very
Yes,
much?
he said, Davy, he said to me, you know, the lasses was at the school with me. She worked there. So you're not going to like this, Jim. So, yeah, confined.
Mm-hmm.
She says, right, okay. I'll ask him if he can give you another job. So
Aye.
to be an engineer, and I lasted 6 months.
Oh, right.
The welding ship.
Morning. Hello, doggy. Oh, that's a beautiful one, that, eh?
I know.
Oh, we say hello to him. Is it a him or a her? Oh, what's her name? You are beautiful, aren't you? Look at you. What a good dog.
What a friend we have.
We certainly do. Right, so after you'd been working there, what did you do after that then,
I
Jim?
went to uncle. He worked with a building firm called John Davy.
Right.
And he said to me, they're a place for an apprentice plasterer. You want it? Right. So he asked me, and I started.
And that's what you
exam-
did. So you'll have plastered a lot of ceilings and walls round about Alloa then?
Oh, then near every scheme in Alloa.
Every scheme in Alloa?
Dollar Academy Science Block.
Oh, you're joking. So we were just doing in Dollar Academy. We just had a guided tour down there.
Did you see the 4 places onto the old building?
Aye,
That's
we
it.
did.
That was the science.
So what year would you have done that? Because we were down there doing a tour of the fire in 1961. So one of our neighbours, Joyce Drysdale, her father actually was a fireman who helped put it out back then. So it's very interesting because the science block was built at the side of it,
That's right. And
just at the back of the Dewar building.
that's right. And it just running the steps down, and then it was a playing
Aye.
field.
That's right, so you plastered that too then?
Yes, aye.
There you go, eh? How could you believe that, boys and girls?
Nah.
The science block. And then I went to Falkirk Technical College,
Right,
Building College.
aye.
And I got a City and Guilds building.
The qualification for
Right.
it.
And it come up, and when I passed it, Jimmy Simpson, who was the boss, he says to me, "You come out that very well. You weren't first, but you were near enough first."
Aye.
And he says, "I've recommended it to your boss
Uh-huh.
that you should get a rise because you're..."
Really? So just for going to college and being
Right.
that good?
So, but the thing about it, he was the most miserable guy in the world.
Oh, you who your boss?
Aye.
Oh no.
I had done everything to save money, like, yeah.
Right.
Even when we was going down the hill, he used to cut the engine down and...
Really?
Aye, aye.
To save his petrol? God, I thought I was a miser.
Really?
Dearie me.
Well, we were going to Bathgate one day, to Bathgate bus station,
Uh-huh.
and we go, "You got everything, Jimmy?" "Aye, aye." And it was going through Clubman, and I said, "Oh, forget, we used Tillicooty sand
Aye. For the quarry.
for the quarry, and there were stains in it, so you couldn't, you had to get them riddles." He says, "We've not got a riddle," and he had a bad stutter.
Now, wait a minute. Can we tell the boys and girls, do you know what a riddle might be? So if you're trying to get the stones out the sand, what would a riddle be?
To help you, kind of like a sieve.
Like a sieve. That's
right.
exactly
That's
right.
exactly
Well
that.
done. That's the old Scottish name, or a builder's name, for a sieve, a riddle.
Right, so he says, and he had a bad stutter,
Right.
his boss. And everybody used to laugh, but when you were brought up with it, you got used to it.
Aye.
So you stopped laughing.
Aye.
So he says, "I don't know where it is. We're passing Tullyallen golf course, and we stopped at the avenue.
Aye.
There's an avenue in the middle of the golf course."
Uh-huh.
And he says, "At the back of there's a burn,
Uh-huh.
and there's a riddle under the road, and you only need to bend in." So I lifted it up, and there were 3 golf balls in it.
Oh, what's that?
So this is how he used to get his golf balls.
So he didn't even buy his own golf balls?
No, he was
He
miserable.
put a riddle down and caught all the golf balls coming down the drain.
Aye.
Hey, that's a good idea. I might do that myself.
And that was good. And then he say, I said, you need them? "Oh, I've been needing them with them." And at that time, Peter Sharp, I was his barber, and I come into him and he says, "That's some boss of yours." He says, "How? What's wrong?" "Well, we were at Tullyallen on Sunday, and there were 4 of us, and he named the boys.
Uh-huh.
And he says, we played the last hole. But your beauty, I've had you for a fortnight." And he put it in his bag. And Big Gus comes up. "I've had this about 3 months. So it's not like me, I usually lose."
Mm-hmm.
And when Peter comes up, he says, "Oh, I can do better than that." He says, "I can't mind when I bought a ball last, maybe a year." And Johnny Davies says, "And what about you, Johnny?" 27 years I've had this.
27 years he's had the same ball.
And Peter says to him, "What's your secret?" He says, "Well, they've got greenkeepers and they cut the grass short. So that's where I aim for my ball,
For the short grass.
for the short grass. We put it in long grass and lose the ball."
No, no chance.
But he was that miserable, he wouldn't fit it.
Right. Oh, a wee squirrel. Did you
Squirrel.
see one? Oh, aye, there he is, coming down the tree. Oh, let's try and catch him. Where's he running to? There he is, there. Let's catch him. Oh, there he's there. Well spotted, Chloe. Do they come and talk to you, Jim?
No.
There's a wee grey in there. Look, he's looking at us. He's like, what's he shouting at me for? Right, well, we say thank you very much to Jim
That's
for that
good.
wonderful wee story.
That was very good of you.
What do you think?
Yeah.
I think that was absolutely fantastic because we like to hear about all the history, but it's very seldom do you meet someone who actually knows the people that we were talking about, eh?
Yeah.
Right, we're going to say thanks, Jim!
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.